All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV, like, share, subscribe as y'all tap on there. Appreciate everybody in the building, man. Love, honor, and respect as y'all come on up in here, man. And we got to get into this video tonight, man. Talk about what's been going on, man, because this stuff right here has been going crazy in the aftermath, of this whole Jay-Z situation, man. And Pusha T appearing with different allegations against him in the Epstein files now. First of all, as y'all come on in here, I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the podcast show, man. We got more subscribers during the day today, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We're headed towards 7,000 subscribers. And if y'all haven't subscribed, just click the link. It's pinned at the top of the comment section. And make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast show and let me know that y'all subscribe, man. And like I said, I'm going to shout y'all out on this channel. Also, shout out to Clark Ware with the donation to the PayPal as well. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you showing love and send that donation to the PayPal. If y'all want to donate, I'll put the links in the comment section as well. Let's get right into this video, man. So, the situation with Jay-Z, man, and Pusha T has been getting a lot of publicity online, and just period. After they appeared in the files, with a lot of people were trying to question the timelines and this, that, and the third, and saying, well, why would Jay-Z and Pusha T be hanging around Harvey Weinstein at these different times? I think it was Jay-Z in 2000 or 1996 and Harvey Weinstein in 2000. Pusha T in 2007. And so a lot of people was getting the dates mixed up. A lot of people that was being alleged in the Epstein files. A lot of people just getting a lot of stuff messed up. But now something happened that has everybody talking. Everybody was calling Kanye West crazy, deranged, out of his mind when Kanye West was bringing up things on Jay-Z and Pusha T. Now, again, those allegations in the Epstein files are confirmed. There's not something that's concrete. That's, oh, this is 1,000% true. They did this. Nah, you know what I'm saying? They were just people who accused them of things, and we have to keep that in that context. But this came up, and I couldn't believe it because everybody has been online talking about this now. In the aftermath, there was a lot of questions from people like Charlemagne and all these other people saying, oh, man, I don't know how these people could come to these estimations, this, that, and the third. Now, they said Kanye West was crazy and that he was out of his mind. But now all of these different things are coming up now. Let me play some of the clips from Kanye West before this whole Epstein situation happened. And listen to what Kanye was saying in reference to Jay-Z and Pusha T, because he damn sure was going at them.
Harley Pastor, they follow me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't kill until the Backstreet Boy sample. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Harley Pastor that Pusha, your trainer. Harley Pastor that Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas be hanging around these niggas just for the money on some Mike Rubin shit. Slap the shit out of Mike Rubin. I see that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Because guess what? These Yeezys gonna sell. They sabotage the show today.
Now, that was one thing he said. And then this happened.
Like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T. If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much.
So what is Kanye talking about? Kanye said that Jay-Z and Pusha T made a living killing our people. Be specific. What are you talking about, yet?
If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much.
Now remember, this is before the Epstein files. This is when Kanye was crashing out this whole past year. When he was going crazy, crashing out on Jay-Z and Pusha T. But like, what? Why is this dude like saying all this stuff? And now both of these dudes pop up in those files. And people trying to just make it seem, oh, I mean, I don't understand it, man. It's just cap. Well, why was Kanye West saying these things back then?
If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, They made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best hit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, I think they'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Yeah. Liars are now the face of our culture.
He said liars are now the face of our culture. This is what Kanye was saying. With this person. Now, I wanted you to hear what else he had to say. Now, he said this to academics.
I have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot-ass celebrity niggas is, if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now with my children or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Pusha T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend, Master Ted. Again, this is director's cut, so I'm sorry. But Ye saying Barbados is hilarious. I'm sorry. I gotta run that back. I'm sorry, John Legend, nothing against you, bro. I'm just saying, this is director's cut right here. Y'all gonna have the full footage. Y'all gonna do whatever with it. Ack will not be in it afterwards, other than me talking to him. But Barbados is hilarious. I'm sorry. Never.
So, these are the things that's popping back up online now. In the aftermath of this, Jay-Z Pusha T thing, all these things that Kanye West had been saying. And it's crazy work that Kanye West was saying all these things, bro. And, people was calling him crazy. You know what I mean? And now, it's a completely different situation. You know what I mean? This is crazy work, man. A lot of these videos and stuff from Kanye is popping back up. And now people are asking, well, how impossible was this stuff? If Kanye is saying all these different things even before these Epstein files was released. And so, yeah, man, it's something to really think about, man. I've seen a lot of people talking about those videos, man, and putting that stuff up, man. It's crazy, man. Something you really gonna have to look at, man. Really gonna have to look at that. But doesn't mean Jay-Z or Pusha T is guilty in the Epstein situation. But it does say that Kanye West felt a way about them and had some things to say. But how much can Kanye West even be trusted? Because Kanye West, he was the main one out here blasting Diddy. And then what happened? He turned around after he was going off on Diddy. He turned around and defended Diddy. So, you have to ask yourself, well, which one is it? So, a lot of people that think that Kanye, something was going on with him, though. A lot of people think something happened to Kanye. Some people think that, Kanye, he was so out of it, he just told the truth of whatever whatever had been going on. So, we got to think about that, man. My mind is twirling thinking about all this stuff. I just cannot believe this report right here, And then here's another thing. Nobody ever talked about how Jay-Z got linked up with Harvey Weinstein. Everybody says, oh, well, that was years later. But how did they get linked up? And not only Jay-Z, why was so many people in the industry linked with Harvey Weinstein? Like, I know people was doing movies. I'm saying people who wasn't doing movies, they was linked with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, Harvey Weinstein was around all of them. I want y'all to think about this. All these dudes are in prison, but nobody know nothing. R. Kelly, prison. Harvey Weinstein, prison. Diddy, prison. All these dudes are in prison, but nobody knew nothing about nothing. Epstein, deceased. Maxwell, prison. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And so it just makes you think, man, what the hell is going on? And then I thought one more thing. One more thing I thought about. When Tony Busby came out with that girl, Jay-Z went so hard at Tony Busby. He went for the gusto with Tony Busby. Nicki Minaj have went online and went directly after Jay-Z. Hard body. But why haven't Jay-Z went after Nicki Minaj with cease and desist and lawsuits and things like that? That's a real question. Right? That's a real question. Because some people said what Nicki said straight up was slander and she was lying. If that's the case, Jay-Z got an easy defamation case. Why not go after her? She's on the internet calling you this. Nicki said that she got some stuff, man. I don't know what she claimed that she got, but she said she got some stories. All right. It's crazy work, man. It's crazy work, man. Trying to really figure out, how far up the ladder all this stuff really went. I mean, as we go through the Epstein files, you see everybody, bro. That's crazy, bro. Even this guy's name was brought up. 3.5 million files. You had Woody Allen come up. Woody Allen's wife. I mean, damn, Bill Gates. It makes you think, how deep was this thing, bro? And from looking at the Epstein files, y'all, I'm going to say this again. I'm going to talk about it on my podcast show. I was talking about it already, but I'm going to talk about this in depth tonight on my podcast. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast show. The link's pinned at the top of the comment section. I'm going to talk about this. I think Jeffrey Epstein, I don't think he was a financier. They called him a financier. I think he was something else. I think Jeffrey Epstein was the world's biggest, I won't say that word. I think Jeffrey Epstein had contacts and created contacts all around the world with world leaders and everybody. The most famous people in the world. If you have things on some of the most famous people in the world and everybody is a part of this, allegedly a part of this, man, this is bad. There's allegations in the Epstein files that he was the supplier of chicks. Him and Ghislaine Maxwell. You have to ask yourself, why were all these different people linked to him? Meaning, in one way, shape, or form. Maybe it didn't have to be directly, maybe it's indirectly. And then the very last thing, and I talked about this on the podcast show. If y'all was subscribed, y'all heard me talking about this morning when I was on the podcast show. You listen to the rhymes of some of these cats, and they talk about things that they did and things like this, right? And I want to say something. I want to say something to y'all because I thought about something. Made me think about something. And I want to put this on the well, I don't want to put this on the screen. I'll just read it to y'all. It's a song by Jay-Z. It's called Girls, Girls, Girls. You probably remember Girls, 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 Girls I Do Adore. Now let me put this in your ear for you. Yo, put your number on this paper, cause I would love to date you, holla at you when I come off tour. I got this Spanish chica, she don't like me to roam. So she called me Cabron plus Maricon. She says she likes to cook rice, so she likes me home. I'm like, momento, mommy. Slow up your tempo. I got this black chick, she don't know how to act, always talking out her neck, making her fingers snap. She like, listen, Jigga, man, I don't care if you rap, but you better respect me. I got this French chick that love to French kiss. She thinks she Bo Derek, wear her hair in a twist. I don't want to read some of these other lines. You can go look it up yourself. All right. I don't want to read some of these lines. Then there was another song, and there was some lyrics in that song that I don't want to talk about, but you can go look this stuff up yourself. Right? Just go look at the lyrics of some of these cat songs, man. You know what I mean? Go look at the lyrics of some of these cat songs. Right? Even there was one song, and a rapper was featured in it. He said, "Call me daddy like a nigga Puff." What? He said that was the line. "Call me daddy like a nigga Puff." He called me daddy like the nigga Puff. What? And I started just looking through a lot of different songs, a lot of different artists, right? I did that. And it's just disturbing some of the things, um, you know. Yeah, it's just some things, man. I saw the brother who said it in the comment section. I seen that song before. I saw that song. You said pull up that song, Younger. Yeah, I seen that song. I saw it. I seen that song, brother. I seen it. I seen it. Right. But that wasn't. They didn't in that song. It didn't say like I know what you're trying to say, but it didn't say it like that. It was saying like because you got to remember at some point in time in New York, and I think this is where people got to be careful. At some point in time in New York, right? Um, the age limit was 17. So I think some people was thinking that it was 18. It was 17. So the underage was 16 in New York at that time back in the day. So I think some people got to remember that, you know what I'm saying, before you say they was with a person underage, you got to check that age limit, because you can be in slander mode if you say that and you're not checking that age limit. You got to check that age limit, bro. Because I know some people was trying to say, oh man, he was with it, and the person might have been 17, but that was of age in New York. In New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's different whenever state lines and stuff like that. It's different. You know what I mean? It's real different as far as how they looking at that as far as the age limit. Because you could be in one state and the age limit is one thing, and that's another thing. I want to say this. I think they should make the. I think they should. I want to say this to everybody in here. I think that they should have the same age limit in every state. You know, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I think they should have the same age limit in every state. That's what I personally think. I think every state should have the same age limit. That way, you don't have a question about, oh, was they this, or was they of age in that state? I think every state should have the same age limit. That way, you don't have this problem. You know what I mean? Period. Every state, same age limit. You know, I don't like that. Some states you got it, 17. Some states is 18. I don't like that. If it's one age all the way across the board, that should be the age. You know what I mean? Period. I think that should work on that. That way you don't have this confusion. Somebody say, "Oh, well, they were in this state, that state." Nah, man. And these are allegations. If you put this on somebody, you have to be right. That's why I said to y'all, like, even the other day, like, a lot of people was dissecting this stuff Nicki was putting up, and they were saying that Nicki was wrong putting this stuff up. Like, she could get sued for slander, because they were saying that, like, even this picture right here, they were saying that picture is wrong. They're saying that Leah was of age in that picture. And she put that picture up, and the ages was wrong. And so if that's the case, why didn't Jay-Z sue her ass? That's an easy lawsuit for slander. That's easy for slander. You posted something like that and their age ain't right on there, that's an easy case. The fact that he went after Tony Busby so hard, but Nicki Minaj straight up put that up there. And, I seen a couple people point this out. Jay-Z had on a Rockaware t-shirt. Rockaware didn't come out until when? That picture couldn't have been in 96. Unless, let me check something right here. I do want to check one thing. I want to check something. Let me look something up real quick. I'm going to look up what year. What year? Rockaware, ladies and gentlemen, reportedly came out in 1999. 1999. Rockaware. Let me ask one more question. Hold on. Let me ask this thing a question. Let me see. All right. Yeah, man. Yep. Because the information. See, that's the thing. Like, the information. It says the idea for Rocka what says that the brand, right? Um, it said that the idea came out in 97. You know what I'm saying? The idea for the brand originated in 1997 when Jay-Z and Dame Dash noticed fans mirroring their style by wearing iceberg jeans. Then the early prototypes in 1998, preliminary designs and logos were first stitched on the shirts and hats in the label's Manhattan offices in mid-1998. That picture's not 1996. And then in 1999, it was officially launched, right? So that picture right there, that's not correct. And my point by saying that is this. That is right there. That could be cause for slander. Why ain't he going at Nicki like that? He went so hard at Tony Busby, but why not Nicki? Nicki's put this in over like 2 or 3 million people saw this. And that was not true. That information right there was not true. Right? Something's going on that we can't see. Something's going on, bro. I was always taught one thing. When you go at one person, but you don't go to another person, something ain't right. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, man. Then, like I said, those Kanye West videos, they popping back up now, man. Bro, this shit is crazy scary, bro. And then, as I told y'all, today, you're seeing a lot more stuff. You seen Bill Gates come out today. He denying. Oh, that's a lie, man. I didn't get no STD. That's a lie. I didn't give my wife no pills. That's a lie. Everybody, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton denied any wrongdoing in the Epstein files. It's a lie. Donald Trump, it's a lie. It's fake news. Move on. Everybody's saying it's a lie. Everybody's saying he's a lie. Or the files are a lie. Right? Somebody said something in the comment section. I don't want to put that on the screen, but I will say this to you. And I will answer that question to you, brother. And your name is War Zone Op. I'm going to say this to you. I'm not going to say anything about that. Right? As far as, but I'm going to say this. I have one question about what you said, and I do understand where you're coming from, brother. Where did that other allegation go? It disappeared. Remember, in the paperwork, it said it was 2 allegations. Jay-Z went after the one. What happened to the other one? The other one disappeared. We never heard about it again. That's all I'm going to say about that. Right? So, you saying that, I was thinking along those lines, but when you don't have no proof, there's nothing you can really say. You know what I'm saying? Nothing you can really say. But I'll just say this in the, in all of this stuff, not only the rap world, but in just all across the board with famous people, a lot of things disappear and you never hear about it because they're settled behind the scenes. So you would never know certain things because they're settled, right? You would never know certain things because they're settled. Think about that. So all these people that y'all seeing getting with all these allegations and all these people, imagine how many cases they may have just, you know, we don't know. But it's a great question to ask. I think about that stuff a lot, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Looking through the Epstein files, man, bro, it just showed me and it confirmed to me, bro, we got some sick people in this world, bro. Bro, if any of those Epstein files are true, we got some sick people in this world, bro. Sick, bro. Those Epstein files, bro, even Trump had more allegations come out today in the Epstein files. Let me tell y'all about that. Because that was diabolical. That was super diabolical. What came out about Trump and the Epstein files today. That was super diabolical. It was some more allegations. And you wonder why Trump's saying, oh, well, let's just move on from the Epstein files. Everybody just needs to move. No, we ain't going to move on. We're going to stand right here. Right? Right? Think about that. And somebody came on here and they said to me, you guys, oh, Ticket, I'm going to ask you a question. Because I know you ain't got the answer for this, Ticket. Ticket, I'm going to tell you something, man. See, if Donald Trump was guilty and he was such a bad guy, and he did all these things, why didn't the Republicans, when they had power, why didn't the Republicans release any of the information? You know what I said to him, you country bumpkin? I said, why would you cheddar bob yourself to take somebody else out? Did you hear what I said, boy? It's elementary. If you felt like Trump did something, and you say, I can expose him, but you're going to expose yourself too, and a lot of your friends, that's the reason you wouldn't touch it. Because of what they call collateral damage, boy. Y'all too easy. Y'all too easy. Right? Y'all too easy. Y'all too easy. Straight up. So the FBI, let's talk about this. I'm going to give y'all this right now. The FBI compiled a list. This is the stuff that came out in the Epstein files. The more stuff that came out today. It was more things that was leaked today against your guy. Right there on the screen. And today, basically, right? And this was just as of August of last year. The FBI had compiled a list of sexual assault allegations. This is all in the Epstein files, right? Against your guy. Now, the files included a list compiled by the FBI's New York field office, and it cataloged over a dozen sexual assault allegations against the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Now, these were largely based on unverified tips submitted to authorities, right? Including one from an underage chick alleging she was forced to perform a sex act on the president 35 years ago in Jersey, right? These are the allegations. Also, what came out today was one of the Epstein victims told the FBI in 2021 in an internal memo that Ghislaine Maxwell presented her to Donald Trump at a party, implying that she was, quote unquote, available. She did say that nothing ended up happening between her and Trump. Also, prosecutor emails have revealed in the Epstein files allegations and things that flight logs and the files that indicate Trump flew on Epstein's private jet, as we heard about this before, the Loaded Express, at least 8 times between 93 and 96, more previously than publicly known. And Ghislaine Maxwell was present on at least 4 of those flights. And Trump sometimes even traveled with family members like Marla Maples, his daughter Tiffany's son Eric. Now, on those flights, there was no misconduct that was alleged, right? Now, also in the Epstein files, Epstein had recorded claims about President Donald Trump. Now, in the audio tapes from 2017, right, which were included in congressional documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein release. Epstein had claimed intimate knowledge of President Donald Trump's behavior, alleging that Donald Trump, the President of the United States, enjoyed having sex with his friends' wives, used schemes to seduce them allegedly by tricking the husbands into confessions while the wives listened on speakerphone. Let me repeat that again. In these audio tapes from 2017, which they were included in the congressional documents related to the Epstein releases, Epstein claimed intimate knowledge of President Trump's behavior. This is on tape now, alleging that the president enjoyed having sex with his friends' wives and that he used schemes to seduce them, meaning that he was tricking the husbands into confessions while the wives would listen on speakerphone. And he first slept with Melania, allegedly on the Lolita Express. This is what was alleged. Now, Epstein also alleged that Donald Trump cheated on his ex-wives and lacked a moral compass. Now, these are Epstein's unverified statements, not direct evidence from those files, right? Right? Think about what I just said. The DOJ and the White House have denied all these allegations. Donald Trump is innocent unless proven guilty in the court of law. Donald Trump has denied all of this. He says it's time to move on. I don't think so. I think it's time to dig a little bit deeper. Bro, these files are crazy, bro. They got everybody in these goddamn files, bro. It's crazy, man. Crazy work. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the podcast show, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw and I put the link to the podcast at the top of the chat. We almost at 7,000 subscribers. I saw bag chasing Republican over there. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a whole toe. He looked like a big toe. I seen him over there. He did a video, put the title Bill Clinton and all these other people implicated, but he didn't put Donald Trump's name up there in the Epstein files. Boy, these people funny as hell, man. Now again, you know, these are just claims in the Epstein files. And again, you know, these guys aren't charged with anything. You know what I'm saying? And as I told y'all, they deny everything, right? Listen to what I said. Now listen to this dude right here. I want y'all to see this peon, right? Now this peon says, I ain't even gonna say, I'm not even gonna give you no attention. I'm not even gonna give you no attention, boy. I know that's what you want. You want some attention, boy. I'm just gonna block your ass, fool. I'm not even gonna give you no attention. But yeah, don't get mad at me. I didn't make Kanye West say that stuff he said about Jay-Z and Pusha T. And I didn't make these people say these things in these Epstein files that they're saying, sir. And sir, everything I said, sir, I've shown you back up on the screen. This is in the FBI intake file, sir. Federal Bureau of Investigations. All this stuff has actually really been reported, sir. Not saying it's true or false, but this stuff did happen. Nicki Minaj did go online and really post these things, sir. Right? Clarence Thomas really was accused in the Epstein files. Right? A lot of shit been going on, buddy. A lot of these things y'all see. So, again, you come in here and say whatever you want to say, boy. It's not going to change what I said. Right? Better go do your homework and your research, son. Like, share, subscribe. It's going to be a long year for y'all. It's 3.5 million files, buddy. Can't no human go through no 3.5 million files in one day. This is going to be a long, drawn-out process. And the sad part is, is that more and more and more people are going to get put on Front Street and forced to answer questions. Now, you can come in here and get mad at me, or you can ask yourself, why would these people be in these files? Remember, this was all an investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. Why would all of these people, some way, somehow, be linked to a Jeffrey Epstein investigation? And I want y'all to remember this. If the people did not demand this be put out, this would have been hidden forever. Right? Think about what I just said. This would have been hidden forever. So, does that mean that they're guilty? No, no, no. We have to say that, innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law, and these are only claims and they're unverified. We got to say all that. But I always say, where there's smoke, baby boy, there's fire. Right? Boy, would I love to be a fly on the wall. And let me say this to you, brother. Take your ass over there to that website and you look at some of them pictures they got up in the Epstein files. Any real man, any real woman, that'll break your spirit to see some of the things that have been revealed in those files. And I've been looking through it. It's so bad, you can't even put it on YouTube. Some of those pictures. Right? Yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe.